Welcome to Van Life with Steve, and thank you for joining me for a visit to Glacier National Park located in northwestern Montana. Getting right to the park summary, Glacier was established as a national park in 1910 by President Taft. The park sees 3 million annual visitors, and the bulk of the visitation occurs within about a 3 to 4 month period from July through the end of September. There are 3 distinct regions of the park: North Fork, Logan Pass, and Mini Glacier. You could maybe argue that Two Medicine is a 4th region of those. Logan Pass is going to be the most popular section of the park, which contains the iconic Going to the Sun Road. There are a variety of iconic landmarks throughout the park. Obviously, you have your glaciers. You also have a bunch of really nice lakes, mountains, waterfalls, and meadows. There is also a variety of wildlife in the park. The bighorn sheep is the park mascot, but you also have moose, elk, wolves, and this is one of the 3 parks in the lower 48 that does have grizzly bears, so you need to be bear aware when you are within the park. Glacier is known to be a very cold national park due to the snowfall. That is why the park is only really fully accessible 3 to 4 months out of the year, and overnight lows rarely go above 50 degrees. As for cell service, you're not going to get much when you're within the heart of the park, so make sure you download all your maps and itineraries before you enter the park. As for my recommendation and top tips, please stick around. Those are at the end of the video. With all that said, let's go ahead and let's head into the park. As you can see, there were some wildfires and it did affect my experience somewhat, but we're going to get started right at Logan Pass. You can see the line to the bathroom right at 8 o'clock in the morning, and that's why you want to have a van, because you got your own bathroom with you. And the first hike we're going to head out on is going to be to Hidden Lake. This hike is, I believe, about 1.5 miles one way, and it starts right at the Logan Pass Visitor Center. Here's a view of Hidden Lake that's right in front of Bear Hat Mountain. So I enjoyed the view from the Hidden Lake overview so much, I decided to just hike all the way down to the lake. As I was going down there, I noticed that the rocks looked a little bit different than other rocks I'd kind of seen in my life. And the reason behind that is these are sedimentary rocks, similar to what you'd find in like Utah and stuff, but these rocks are very old. There was some, I guess you have the Lewis overthrust, and so you had some plate tectonics, and it threw up an older layer of rocks over younger rocks. And so the rocks you're seeing here are, I think, 1.5 billion years old. So now we've made it down to the lake, and it's just really an incredible view, even with the wildfire smoke. And now it's time to head back to the visitor center. Getting down to the lake trail gets pretty steep, and it's not so bad going down. It's a bit of a workout going back up, and you can see some other hikers there in the distance. If you're enjoying this content or found this video helpful, I'd appreciate it so much if you please give me a like, and please consider subscribing if you'd like to see more videos. I actually went on another trip before recording this video, so I've been to 45 national parks, and I'm just so excited to be able to share this entire experience with you guys. And if you've been to Glacier National Park and have a special memory, I'd love to hear about it. So please leave any special memories in the comments below. Thanks so much, and let's continue with the video. Here we'll take in some of the views that are right behind the visitor center at Logan Pass. So following the Hidden Lake Trail, decided to cross over going to the Sun Road and check out the Highline Trail. As you can see, you get some incredible views on this hike. I'm afraid of heights. I faced my fear and I made it to the other side of the road here on the trail, but that was enough for me, so I turned back. But still, just an incredible view. Here's a close-up of Logan Creek down flowing through that valley. This mountain peak is known as Clements Mountain. Okay, and after making my way back, decided it was time to go explore Going to the Sun Road. This is an incredible drive. So now we're coming up on Going to the Sun Mountain, the namesake of the road, and here we're going to head down to the Jackson Glacier Overview after we make a stop here at an overlook. Here's a view of the Jackson Glacier, which is the only glacier that you can see from going to the Sun Road, although those you have to hike to them. And from there, it was a bit of a headache to get a parking spot, but I managed to get a parking spot at the St. Mary's Falls trailhead. And now we're going to go on this hike to check out, of course, St. Mary's Falls, and we'll also check out Virginia Falls. And as you can see here, you're hiking through an area of the forest that was burned. Wildfires are actually extremely common, and they virtually happen every year in Glacier National Park. Now we've made it to St. Mary's Fall, which is this very interesting two-tiered waterfall. So on the trail between St. Mary's Falls and Virginia Falls, you're going to come across, I guess these are cascades. I don't believe any of these have a name, but they're just cascades, and there are a lot of them. You get a great look at the clear water in Glacier, and the reason why the water is so clear is because it's so cold. Algae doesn't really have a chance to grow in any of the water sources. And now we've made it to Virginia Falls. This is a pretty good hike also, and really nice looking waterfall here at the end of it. And having checked out the two waterfalls, it was time to head back to the van and drive some more of Going to the Sun Road. Here's another look at the amazingly clear water here in the park. And we're going to come across another friendly chipmunk. If you head east from here, you'll get to the Sun Point Nature Trail, and there's actually a third waterfall called Bering Falls, and you can link all three of these together, but it does become, quite a bit of a long hike at that point. But maybe that was something I would do at another visit. But here, we'll just look at the amazing scenery. And now we'll take in some of the views of the Going to the Sun Road Scenic Drive. Going to the Sun Road, in my opinion, is the most beautiful scenic drive in America, and I've been on a few. I would probably have Big Sur at number 2. But yeah, Going to the Sun Road is an absolutely incredible drive. I didn't find the road scary at all, just amazing. And driving the road, you got a good understanding as to why Stanley Kubrick chose to have it in the opening of his famous movie The Shining. It's just an incredible drive. Go to this park and drive this road. You won't regret it. My recommendation for Glacier National Park is it's a destination park, and it's pretty much a no-brainer that you should visit it. So at this point, I've been to 45 national parks in the contiguous United States. I'm pretty set in my top 5, and Glacier's not my top 5, but I would tentatively put it at 6. I haven't worked out all the other numbers, but Glacier's a really incredible park, even with the wildfire smoke. I had a great time. However, I did just limit the time I was in the park because I knew I'd have to come back whenever there weren't any wildfires. So the best month to visit Glacier National Park is going to be July. You have a wildflower bloom then. You can get some amazing pictures. For parking, if you visit Logan Pass, which again is the most popular area of the park, you need to be in that parking lot by sunup, or you will not get a parking space. And once you park there, you need to use the park shuttle system to get around. Do not move your car, because not only will you not be able to get your parking spot back, but you ain't going to find parking anywhere else in the park. Your best sunrise spot for photos is probably going to be the rising sun area, where you can get the sun rising over Lake St. Mary. And sunset is going to be at Lake McDonald, which we'll take a view here in just a second, although views when I was there wasn't great because of the wildfire smoke. As for boondocking, personally, I boondocked in one of the towns to the west of the park. However, in the Flathead Forest, there's a lot of boondocking, and that's located to the south of the park. You want to be real careful about trying to boondock to the east of the park, because that is Indian reservation land, and that's not allowed there. We're going to close things with a view of Lake McDonald with a bunch of wildfire smoke there in the atmosphere. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks and take care. Bye.